Circle of Light, a poem by Laskin. Today I feel life and death battling for my soul, deepening my troubled mind with moments of timelessness that I know is my now. Swirling like an out-of-control top, my mind tries to stop, but the top continues to twirl, causing waves of mental anguish crying for relief. Am I mortal or immortal? The question begs an answer, but the answer is just another question. Why ask? What is really the difference? We are timeless essences trapped between time and space, timeless dimensions of the now caught between yesterday and tomorrow. I was born, or so they say. That is how I arrived in this dimension, in this time, in this masculine vehicle, designed by a consciousness of which I am one. I breathed air, ate food. As I looked around, everything seemed so dense. The 3D had such limitations, I wondered if I had made a mistake. But there are no mistakes, only perfect choices framed by imperfection and time. As I grew, I forgot who I really was and became what those around me desired. I could feel how they wanted me to be. It was their world and I conformed. I wore clothes on my body and they defined who I was supposed to be. But I was no longer me. I was a misreflection in the mirrors of social illusion. I was lost and getting more lost. I was living a life of death on earth. My connection with consciousness was succumbing to the veil of 3D life. My spiritual nightmare had begun, and I could not sleep. I had to walk through their illusions, always asking why, and always being told because. Because means nothing, but it became the answer to everything. Victimized by this double talk, I tried to fit in, I tried to belong, I tried to be normal, though normality seemed so insane. I was sent to school to learn how to fit in to that which I did not fit. I was told what was right, even though it seemed totally wrong. Do what I say, not what I do, was the mantra of the time. I was taught lies as if they were the truth, and truth was distorted by illusions, and lies became fixed and dense, programmed by fanaticism in the name of God. And truth became more and more obscure. Why was I here? I would ask constantly. To serve the illusion in the name of God, I would be told by all. The orchestration of these lies was masterful, but the consciousness was not the conductor. The creator had given up control and the band played on. Sometimes out of key, but often out of time, and almost always under the illusion of a greedy, disconnected God. So the music became like chalk, scratching on the chalkboard of my soul. I excelled at being what I was told was right, though deep inside I felt it was wrong. I knew everything must have a beginning and an end, but I was trapped in the middle, not knowing which way to go. Just go, a voice cried. Life is a timeless circle. Just go. But I didn't understand. How did I get into this dream called life? And how do I get out? Or maybe there is no in or out. Maybe there just is. But my is became hopelessly contorted by pressures on my brain, judging my every move. By excelling in the illusion, I became more and more trapped. But these pressures were temporarily relieved. I became a junkie looking for my next fix of fame or family or fortune, or anything that brought relief, power, sex, drugs, and lies. Anything to hide the feelings of being lost and disconnected from my purpose of being in the circle of life. Days of discontent became months and years. Confusion clouded my perceptions, and my life became a slow, suicidal journey. Life and death became confused. I had become an ultimate victim. Darkness was prevailing, and my inner light became dimmer and dimmer. And now I had nowhere to turn. I looked for help, but found none. Maybe I had finally gone too far. The circle was closing in on me. My mind was being fixated with thoughts of my ultimate demise. My choices were becoming less and less. There was nowhere I could hide from the turmoil that had become me. Why? I screamed, realizing that I had come to the end of my line. Am I evil? Am I a bad person, deserving of being engulfed by such darkness? I look at my circle of life, now looking more like a lunar eclipse, blocking my soul. I desperately search for my light, but all I can see is a shadow of my imperfection. I'm losing my hold. My connection to consciousness is slipping away, strangled by my darkness, created by my anger and fears that I have allowed to take over my being by judging myself and others in an attempt to make sense of my place in the now. Darkness prevails as my fears of moving forward cause me to retreat further and further into the oblivion of my life. But I cannot accept this catatonia. It is not who I am. It's just who I have become. So I looked deeply into my darkness, searching for a speck of my light, a speck of me surrounded by the darkness of the anti-me. I realize that the darkness is also me. It defines my light or my absence of light, but I'm frightened by that part of me. But why? It's still me, and I can be transformed. I need to embrace that part of me that I fear the most. I need to love that part of me that causes me sleepless nights. I need to see that part of me without the blinders of the past. So with open eyes, I can jump into this ocean of fear, praying for just one more chance to find my light. Swimming through my darkness makes me sad. I see all the opportunities I squandered due to my fear and angst. Around and round I swim. My circle of life has become a circle of darkness. I am hopelessly lost, so I stop, expecting to sink to the bottom and drown. But the darkness is me, and in me I can only be. I am safe in my darkness as long as I am searching for my light. One defines the other, and they both are me. Suddenly my churning darkness calms, and I feel a tiny island of light calling to my heart, and this connection pulls me through my darkness. But as I swim towards my light, my dark ocean swells, hiding the light. I still have fears that I am alone, and again fooling myself with false hopes. I seem totally lost, wondering whether this connection is only a figment of my frightened imagination. But I can't give up. There's nowhere to retreat. I either find my light or die in my darkness. Empowered by this thought, I open my inner eyes, which allows me to pierce my veil, exposing my higher self. I finally see my purpose. Slowly, the light becomes the information necessary to expose the ignorance and denial of my darkness. Now my light is defining my darkness. I can feel a balance of dark and light teetering deep within my soul, and it is good because I am finally me, and being me is what allows me to be. Part 2. Now what? I am me, but me can be better. I want to find my true power. I want to find that creative source. That is my purpose, to expose and expound upon those aspects of creation. I want to move past my thoughts that are framed by the future and the past, move into the now. Only then can I create that which is made inside me. Only then can I create the magic that is only mine. Only then can I create the timeless perfection that is me. I must get past all the mental chatter that is not me. I must quiet my logical brain and move beyond this falsely trained logic so I can try to find my creative brain and find my oneness with all molecules co-inhabiting my time and space with the true me, an infinitely powerful me that crosses boundaries that I never even knew existed. I'm not some illegal alien trapped in a foreign land. This body is mine. And even though I may not recognize the parts I have lost touch with, parts that I'm told I can no longer inhabit, parts of me that are made wrong by the anti-society now in control, when this happens, insanity prevails. My fear of being me is my ultimate fear. It controls my destiny, causing time to shake like an earthquake on my soul, causing me to have to climb out of another timeless abyss. causing me to lose my presence to their past and future. That is their game, to take me out of the now and bury me in their illusions of the past and future. None of it is real, only fantasies to keep me embedded in their greedy game.